DJ Mr. Success.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady T. Marie and Mr. Success. We want to invite y'all to watch our new episode that will be dropping every Sunday. You don't want to miss it. What up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady T. Marie with It's a Chicago Vibe. Up next, we have a special guest all the way from the west side of Chicago talking about his life and the things that he got coming up next. Stay tuned.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday. Happy birthday, rest in peace. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday. Happy birthday, rest in peace.
DJ Mr. Success.
Yes, sir. Success is in the building, baby. And this song goes out to anyone missing their loved ones on their birthday. Put those hands together and sing. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy heavenly birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy.
All right, everybody, welcome back to It's a Chicago Vibe with me,
Mr. Success.
Lady T, our entertainment source, and our special guest, Snoop, coming way from the west side of Chicago. What you got for us, Snoop? How you doing? And welcome to It's a Chicago Vibe.
It's a blessing to be here, man. Appreciate y'all.
That's all. I hear that you are a jack of all trades. Tell us a little bit about that there.
I don't even know where to begin. Y'all done run out of Philly. My name's Snoop. I'm from the west side, 290, you know what I mean? Not major, not major. But I got on here because I want the young viewers to hear this, that's all. Put the guns down, please. Put the guns down. For real, for real. All this stuff they doing out here, it ain't worth risking your life, losing it. Because if I could do it all over again, I'd be way better than what I am today. So that's all. That's why I'm here.
We appreciate that because we cannot promote. We need to get out. More of us need to do what you're doing. Get out and promote, stop the violence, put the guns down. There's not enough leaders in our communities no more. These youngsters don't know how to negotiate and talk their problems out no more. All the guys that was teaching us how to do stuff like that is gone away, locked up, like and stuff like that, and then they let the wild ones roam the street and influence the youngsters. So I appreciate what you're doing, brother. Keep up the work.
Absolutely. My first question for you, Snoop, is, we come from the same area, growing up in the same area, and we seen a lot from our youth, growing up in the 90s, 80s, 90s, and even now. And that's telling a bit of our age. But my question for you is, if you said to put the guns down, what is it that we could do, you think that we could do to help, help with the young people, the young men and young girls and boys to put the guns down?
To be honest, ain't nothing we can do. Because how things on the streets rotate. I can get it from you. I get a gun for you. Go sell it to him. It's all messed up. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing we can do. But say the word, preach it. You know what I mean? And hopefully somebody wake up. Like, yeah, I ain't even worth it. It ain't even that deep. You know what I mean? But as far as the gun violence, it's happening. Carjacking, you can't even go outside your house. It's not even safe. You can't go to the grocery store, gas station, nothing. And that's sad. That's sad. So, I mean, I could go deep. I just don't want to say too much.
Right.
I don't want to say too much,
We got you.
but I can get deeper with this violent stuff because I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, and it's messed up for the little babies growing up. They can't enjoy themselves. Even grandma, our grandmas or mamas or something getting carjacked for no reason over a car. Come on now, I keep going on and on about this situation.
Yeah. I wanted to, since we're touching on it, I know you got a question coming up. You know, back in the day, you know, how do you feel like as far as growing up, you know what I mean, in our era versus like this era, like what's the difference?
We all walked away. We gave up on one of them. I gave up. And where I'm from, I gave up because I can't. I mean, I can't teach them nothing. They don't want to hear. Everybody know everything, you know. So I gave up. Ain't no sense in me preaching to everybody, you know. So I gave up. Let them see it. They got to learn the hard way. That's all.
It's real.
That's all.
Yeah, and this a lot can be done, but we need more to push together. Like, I mean, it's a lot of activities that was cut out from the schools, different programs. You know, a person could learn a trade right in high school. They took a lot of that stuff away and started giving the funds to the police officers, which I didn't understand when they did it. They was doing that when I was in high school. I mean, like if something happened at a school and the school called the police not going to come just because they're not getting funds from the school. I didn't understand that. Like they took like a lot of auto workshop. I know like out south at CVS, they was in there learning how to build whole airplanes and stuff in the school. They took like all those programs away and started sending the money to other partners. Like I know one was the police and they was like a whole bunch of other stuff they was sending the money to. But and like the brother Snoop just said, he say a lot of these kids don't want to listen no more because a lot of them don't know discipline. They don't know how to respect. Like a lot of these laws and policies that these organizations was teaching us, they like taking away from us now. I mean, there's no unity in nothing. Nobody's honoring nothing. I mean, there's no such thing as a chief, king, or nothing no more because nobody's respecting nobody. And that's just how the system wanted to set it up now, you know, and anybody that's talking like me or this brother and got out there really hard and tried to do it, they'll go to jail strangely for the simplest crime and get like life for it and stuff. So,
Wow.
Neighborhoods to be like this chaos stuff in the community. So
absolutely. I just want to say, I'm gonna ask him another question in regards to not just putting the guns down, but we could touch on quite a few things. But I want to ask, I'm just going straight to the question. I want to ask you for you to let the people know a little bit about yourself and growing up and what the things that you've overcame in your life and that you overcome in your life.
Well, me growing up on the west side of Chicago, Rockwell Garden, you know what I mean? I've been in the project all my life. Now I'm grown now. I know what I want to do now. My vision is not where I used to be. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. I went to Crane High School and all that, the workshop and all that stuff. We ain't had it. Build airplanes and Crane. We ain't had that stuff. We ain't had that. All we know to go to school to fight, that was me and my peoples. We go to school just to do that. So do I regret anything? No, I don't. You know, because that was part of growing up. So it took for me to grow up to realize I don't want to do that no more. You know, I don't want to go back to jail. I heard my family, my people that love me, they doing time with me as I'm sitting in there. You know what I mean? So I've been out since 2013. I ain't looked back. I'm done. I'm done with it. So if I can, because the older he used to tell me, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. So I had to learn. I didn't listen to him. You know what I'm saying? So here I am doing the same thing that the old head used to tell me, and I'm telling to the young generation, it's not worth it. You know? So I don't know how to break it down to them, tell them that's not the life you want to do. You know what I mean? So I'm still trying to get my life back on the normal track like it's supposed to be, but it's hard.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, credit messed up. You can't do nothing. Can't do nothing because you got your penitentiary number gonna be with you for the rest of your life. Your penitentiary number ain't no way around it.
So it never stop, bro. You got to keep pushing, and
Amen.
you got to instill to these youngsters because it's a lot of us with records, you know. And I know I'm not gonna never let that hold me down. You know, I keep going.
It's not holding me. Hey, not to cut you off, but it's not holding me. I'm great. I told you I've been out since 2013. I told you I ain't looked back. Don't want to look back. That stuff I used to do, man, they can hide it. They can have it. I don't want it no more. No, the streets, we don't own nothing in Chicago. The gangs don't own nothing. Right. We don't own nothing. We can sit here and fight for these corners and go to jail. The next young generation come up on that corner, same corner you fighting over. Police come out here and do what they want to do. I mean, ain't nothing you can do about it. So we fighting over nothing. We losing our life. Our kids dying for nothing, over nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and I want to add too before I ask my question. I feel like the only thing we can do also is just to be an example. You know what I'm saying? Be a light. You know what I'm saying? We do need role models in the hood. You know, even though you say, Snoop, that, you know, people not going to listen, but it's somebody going to listen. And the reason why I say somebody going to listen is because you listen. You know what I'm saying? Eventually. You know what I mean? So I just feel like everybody not going to listen. Everybody not going to choose to go down the right path eventually in their life. But for the most part, once a person keep up in their head, eventually, you know what I mean, they'll, you know, hopefully turn around for the best. And a lot of times too, and I think we covered this too, Sammy, on the show a few episodes ago. A lot of times, you know, people feel like they got to be a product of their environment, you know what I mean? But nobody want to change their environment, you know what I mean? So I feel like if we get more people that desire to change their environment versus be a product of the environment, I'm saying this to say just because you grew up in a certain type of environment or you grew up under certain type of organizations don't mean you got to stay there. Like he said, you know, you got to evolve, you know what I mean? You become an adult, you can't be out here in the streets. You 60 years old, somehow I'm in the streets. You know what I mean? It just don't it just don't make sense. So we, like Snoop said, you know, put the guns down. Y'all need to put all that negative energy and do like the Mexicans do. You know what I'm saying? They stick together.
We don't do that. That's not a thing. We don't do that.
No.
Because I feel I'm better than you. You feel you better than me. Yeah. We don't stick together. We don't.
It ain't that we don't stick together. It's that we're easily divided. And what I mean by that, the simplest things divide us when we come together on something. Oh, he's driving a nicer car, or he think he's better than me, or she.
Material.
And it's the simplest stuff, or money. Somebody could just come around with a bag for somebody and they'll turn against, you know, the whole race. Every time we try to do anything, it's just we start off together. It's just we easily divide. Look at the organizations out on the street. I mean, every organization was built in the community to protect the community.
Protect, yes.
It all broke down right now. The biggest gang wars is the same gangs fighting each other nowadays. You look on each side of town. Look deep into that. Look how many different branches of vice lords there are now. Look at the disciples. Look at just everybody. I mean, just break down everybody. It's the own gangs that's fighting each other. I mean, tell me that we're not just easily divided over some of the simplest stuff.
Now, it's not about the gang no more. It's not about the gang no more.
No order, no structure.
It's about you, my homie, on ride with you. Whatever you want to do, homie, that's what we gonna do. So the gang is over with now. Because they done made up cliques now. You know what I mean? I heard a group called Everybody Killer. What? No, I mean, so it's not about so what is so it's different gangs and they everybody killer. You know, Vice Lord, Stone, GD, but they everybody killer. I don't understand it.
And
I don't understand it.
it's just what I'm gonna try to do, and I'm gonna try to do this at the beginning of the year. I'm trying my best. If we start with 1 or 2, I'm trying to bring back a big brother, big sister program.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of these kids and stuff need. They need people to look up to, because one of you guys just mentioned about people 60 years old still singing gang gang. I actually saw one of the friends I came up with. He's old. I see him on the picture with his son and his grandson, and they're both gang banging. I mean, and they putting this out on Facebook and stuff like that. I know he watch my show all the time. He gonna hear, but I told him about himself too, to his face, because it's not just wrong. You enticing this stuff like they look all good, and the child is trapped. If he see his daddy doing it and his granddaddy, I mean, there's no other life he learn. Kids don't want to go to school no more. They don't want to go to be doctors, lawyers, because all they see and what they're influenced by is negativity nowadays. I mean, what better way to kill your competition other than straying them another way? I mean, people in college going to Harvard and stuff ain't got no really competition in their education wise, because most of us is out here fighting for corners and stuff that's not even ours in the first place, you know, and that's why we don't own nothing. None of us
exactly.
You know,
I definitely agree with that. I just feel like the only solution is, you know what I'm saying, you just gotta you can't save the world, but at least if we try to save one, you know what I'm saying, just by being a good role model, because you know, throughout, I could speak for us, like throughout our lives, we seen nothing but just death, you know what I mean, to the point where it was just normal, you know what I mean,
that's sad.
It's normal, like to walk outside or be in the house and a bullet's flying through your house, like that was normal that back in the 80s and the 90s for us. And still to see, you know, it then, you know, I feel like when they tore down the projects, Mayor Darley tore down the projects in the city of Chicago, it expanded throughout the city of Chicago. And so at that moment, I feel he, you know, stepped down from his office, and this is the evidence of what we have to deal with is chaos. And you don't want to say, you know, have stricter laws, but some got to be done about the guns. They putting the guns out here for us to kill each other. Let's just be real. They putting the guns. Where we getting guns from? You know what I'm saying? They putting the guns out here so that we can be extinct. You know what I'm saying? Our culture, our race can be extinct, you know, so that we can't be effective. You know, they don't want us to be effective. You know what I mean? In anything that we do. And so we have to, you know, put this positive, and that's why I tell people, because I know a lot of people like critique me and say, see, you know, y'all do positive stuff and y'all really be doing, you know what I'm saying, nothing ratchet, even in my music. And it's not that, that's just not the vibe we're going for. It's the Chicago vibe, stands for strictly positivity, because we don't really see that. We see enough killing, you know what I'm saying? People get killed when you turn on the news. Every time when you turn on the news, you don't see nothing positive. You don't see nothing about anything positive in the hood. All you see is somebody got killed, somebody got shot, stabbed, none really too much positive. So the purpose of us creating this show and this brand is just to spread positivity, you know what I mean? And hope that, you know, we have gotten a lot of good feedback, like we did the episodes of feeding the homeless, you know. And I really sat and thought about it, and I know we talked about, and I'm gonna touch on this, and I want you to chime in on this as well. A lot of immigrants, they brought more immigrants here, like more buses, and I sat and I don't have a problem with, you know, the United States bringing immigrants here, But I had to dig deeper and really figure out the reason why they brought the immigrants here. And I feel like the reason why they brought them because we were broke. A lot of people not finna give y'all a little history school. Let me say this. The reason why they brought up the immigrants here is because every time someone comes from another city or state or gets a United States birth certificate, the government gets paid.
Mm-hmm.
We're broke. Period. Point blank. The value of our money is, it don't mean nothing, really, for real. So they bringing all this money in because we're in debt. Bringing all these immigrants in because we're in debt. I get it. So hopefully in them doing this, and I just feel like they're not doing it the right way, because I went down there myself to 111 police station, downtown police station, and actually we literally go out and feed them, whether they immigrants or whatever, and they're in need just as much as the people that's here already. But my issue with government officials is that why not help the ones that's here first?
Period.
You know what I mean? They've been here all their life.
Period.
How you gonna bring buses on top of buses, and they literally, it's cold. They sleeping outside on air beds with no sheets. A lot of them, and a lot of the immigrants that I've came across, I couldn't understand what they were saying. I had to put my translator on. They like, we just want to work. And a lot of them here with their families, their children, they're like, we just want to work. We just want a regular life, a good life for our family. And it's heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? I put myself in the shoes to say, what if I was in America and I wanted to escape and I went to another country? I want to feel accepted, minus the issues that they already have in whatever city. They don't know that they got issues here. So I don't blame the immigrants. I blame the government officials for not taking care of our own
facts
and putting them in places, of refuge. You know what I mean? They have a school. I dropped somebody off actually at the school. It's a school they have, it was an old grammar school where they're actually sheltering a lot of them too, on the south side, like on 50 something. That they helping them, but it's like, okay, you helping them, but what about
our people?
Our people, they still
been here.
We literally went on
been here.
Canal, and shout out to the ones that's on Canal Street, shout out Roosevelt, all up and through there. We out there serving, and it's serving these people. You know what I'm saying? Our people, and it's literally like rats running over them. You know what I mean? That's inhumane. Like for people to have buildings, vacant buildings, and all this stuff. Churches, let's start there.
No.
It's empty churches. Why? You love God so much, why they can't come in your church and go to sleep? Because it ain't really your church. It's God's church. But we say we believe in the Lord, we serve God and all this stuff. But he said, if you haven't done it for the least of them, which is them, you haven't done it unto me. So churches, we can't really just depend on the government. We need y'all to step up throughout the city of Chicago or any other cities outside of Chicago to get these people. It's cold outside. You know what I'm saying? It's only so much that one or two, or it's like 12 of us that go out and do what I'm doing now. But it's only so much that we can do. You know what I mean? So I'm very, y'all know, real sensitive about that subject, because it's heartbreaking. Anybody that really love people and just, have a heart don't want to see people sleeping out on the streets. So we got to do better. And what's your take on that?
I feel they sneaking the cartel over here every day. Every time they bring a boatload of a busload of the immigrants, whatever they call themselves, it's the cartel. They come over here. They want to come over here and take over. That's just my theory. That's just me. Because, like I said, Uncle Johnny at the store asked for some change. We can't give him nothing. We walk over him. But these Mexicans come over, they stand up at Home Depot, bomb rush your car. I work for you. No. You know what I mean? So I'd rather go get Uncle Johnny at the store. You know what I'm saying? Ask for some change, come work, make some money. So that's my theory. They bring the cartel every day. They bring the cartel slowly for surely over here. They don't check them what they got or whatever. They don't check them. Just grab your bags and go.
Right.
They in the police station sleeping on pounds. You know, just let them go. This is my theory. Sammy, this is my theory. This is my theory. I'm saying, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Yeah.
My theory.
And they know how it's getting over here. So.
And they're allowing it. They're allowing it.
Right.
They're allowing this to happen right in our face. Like,
it's because where it's causing the chaos. When it started affecting like Oak Brook, like Highland Park and stuff like that, when it start going that way,
they want to do something
right here, where it's just affecting the inner city, and everybody know who's really mostly in the inner city and stuff like that. So
absolutely,
Buffalo Grove and those towns like that. That's
Hanover Park, all that stuff. You know, so they bring the immigrants over here. Like I said, half them guys, the cartel. They walking mules. Get on the bus. They'll take you to Chicago. The Texas said, we don't want y'all here no more. And sent them to Lori Lightfoot house.
Oh, yes.
That's it. I'm just saying. So it's so much go on. I can keep going on and on and on because y'all came all the way here for work. And we barely got work. I'm just saying.
That's true.
We barely got it. So how can I help you when I'm struggling myself?
That's facts.
Come on now.
This is important to bring up. You know, people need to be aware of what's going on around them. You know, we say put the guns down, but what I like to say, we need to start teaching kids at a young age what guns are for, why they for, how to be responsible and stuff like that, because everybody needs protection. I mean,
that's true.
That's true.
I mean, everybody need to learn discipline and stuff. Like that's why I got mad, like when John Morant, the basketball,
he blew me
for Memphis. He acted a fool. You know, you showing the wrong thing about what guns and stuff is made for. Originally was made.
What you need a gun for?
But it's for protection. I mean, you make enough money to have security.
Don't let me know you got it.
Exactly. You showing that, because I did it
on Facebook
show. I said the reason why that was so wrong on his part, because now you're a target anyway. You rich with money. You trying to hang out and be a little thug out on these streets. Now you find a gun. All the stick up men know what to do to you now, because you got your it showed everybody you got your piece. I mean, come on, you're a celebrity. You got celebrity status. You need to start being an influence to these kids and stuff out there, because his kids look up to him. And you all in Memphis. I mean, that's right up under Chicago and acting crazy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We need to start teaching our kids responsibility at a young age. These go out to parents. If you lay down and have a kid at a young age, your life basically got to change. I mean, you got to hide what you do now. You cannot do everything in front of a kid. The kid looks up to you. What you do, the child gonna show. The people you hang around with is being influenced on these kids. You got to teach children responsibility and discipline about everything that go on under the sun. I mean, guns exist. You got to teach them about guns. You got to teach them the safeties and what they're made for and stuff about it. I mean, they're not meant to hunt people and stuff with, you know.
Absolutely. Definitely gotta agree.
And on that note, we're going to pause for a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back with a little entertainment news. Stay tuned.
Hey you, do you feel your back is up against the wall with nowhere to go or turn? Mental illness is real. And if you or someone you know is battling with this demon, try Jesus. This commercial is sponsored by the Lord.
Get to know your partner in your love language. Experts say that there are essentially 5 emotional love languages, of which people can speak, show, and understand love. While many wants to be loved the way that they give love, understanding how you and your partner communicate love is important to keep a strong, healthy, and happy life. From Mr. Success, if I can't tell you the truth, it's nothing at all. Mr. Success, bringing pleasure, no stress. Peace.
Do you know your love language? I heard it's better to give than to receive. And every seed that you plant will grow. Let all the love you give flow.
All right, everybody, welcome back to It's a Chicago Vibe. We got a good show here, and now it's about that time for our entertainment news. What you got for us today, TJ?
All right, I'm your girl TJ, and I'm here to give you this week's entertainment news. See how the other half is living. Okay, let's start with this. Beyonce's Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, film will take over theaters worldwide this December. It premieres on December 1st in North America, and it chronicles her 39-city, 56 performance phenomenon, the Renaissance World Tour. I know for all the fans who didn't get to see her live, this would be the next best thing. And even for the fans who did see her live, I'm sure they'll love to like relive this phenomenon, this world tour on the big screen. So there's that. And moving right along, last week I spoke to you about the Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce and his potential romance with Taylor Swift, and how it seems to be getting more attention than the actual sport lately, and how her presence at his games boosted the ticket sales of the Kansas City Chiefs tickets. They sold a little bit more when they found out that Taylor Swift would be at the game. And this week, Travis Kelce seems to be beyond tired of all of the media attention. He thinks, according to him on his podcast, he thinks the NFL is overdoing it with all of the coverage of the pair. Yeah, and the NFL has they've posted stuff to their social media. They've posted stuff to their social media sites, including her lyrics from her songs, and they've also posted additional photos of Taylor Swift to their social media accounts. And by all accounts, Travis Kelce has had it up to here. He's more than over it at this point. So I don't know how this bodes for the relationship. We'll see how it plays out in the days and weeks to come. All right, and in a more serious matter, on Thursday, October 5th, the pop phenomenon Jason Derulo posted a video to Instagram where he is adamantly denying any wrongdoing in regards to the sexual harassment claims being made against him. Amaza Gibson is the accuser, and she claims that while working with Derulo, the singer demanded that she perform sexual acts with him in exchange for his mentorship. In the lawsuit, Amaza claims that Derulo dropped her record deal in response to her rejecting his sexual advances. Now, Derulo took to Instagram to slam these allegations. He said, in part, quote, "I wouldn't normally comment, but these claims are completely false and hurtful. I stand against all forms of harassment, and I remain supportive of anybody following their dreams." I am a fan of Jason Derulo. I know quite a bit of his songs. I have enjoyed his music, and I hope that this is not true. More and more claims about celebrities are coming out, and I don't want to rush to deny that she's telling the truth and just automatically call her a liar. I would hope that if something like this were to happen to any woman, myself included, that people would take me seriously. I just hope that this is not true, that he wouldn't do something so horrendous. And I also hope that there is a fair investigation into this matter and that the truth comes out one way or another. All right. And in lighter news, Jimmy Butler did his best to troll the media and the internet by strolling into the the media day, dressed like an emo guitarist from some punk band. So he started out on the sidelines before the conference dressed in a trench coat and combat boots, and he could be heard listening to a song from an alternative rock band called Fall Out Boy. The song's title is Sugar We're Going Down, which I am a fan of this band, so I know it's pretty emo as far as emo songs go. Jimmy Butler, he claims that he is in an emotional state. He is in an emo state. And I'm sure a lot of fans might be wondering if Jimmy Butler is having some kind of identity crisis. But if you follow him at all, you know that this is the second year in a row he has trolled the media at Media Day for the Heat. Last year, he showed up with fake dreadlocks. This year, he upped the ante with black nail polish, a lip ring, a nose ring, an eyebrow ring, and the best part for me, the hair. It was pressed, straightened, permed within an inch of its life. And he's really giving the media a run for their money, and the internet is having a field day, and I'm all for it. I love it. And finally, for our final story, last week I told you about Lil Wayne and his new mixtape. This week, another hip hop legend has released some material, and I'm speaking of none other than Drake for the fans out there. He released his album, his 8th studio album. It is called For All the Dogs, and it is a 23-track, 84-minute long piece of work. Yes, you heard that right. I'm talking about nearly an hour and a half of material here. And Drake has his fans quick to say that he is dissing his ex Rihanna on this album, most notably in one of his tracks titled Fear of Heights. In this track, the 4th track on the album, he appears to repeatedly reference her 2016 #1 smash hit album, Anti. He says something like, why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you? That could never be. Better him than me. Better it's not me. He even stooped so low as to say that their sex life was average. And I'm not one to usually get into like whether a celebrity or singer and artist is like shading their ex or like dissing somebody in a track, but I gotta say this is a little sus. Like he repeatedly used her album name. He made a few references to her heritage. There are even some disses towards A$AP Rocky, her new boo, her baby daddy. And I think honestly, I think it's a little sus. I think it's a little suspect, Drake. And I want to know what the audience has to say about that. And that about does it for my entertainment report. It's a wrap. You can catch me on YouTube at Awesome Sauce for You. And there we go. That's it for me.
All right. Very interesting. But I'm gonna get the floor to you, Snoop. What you gotta say? Any of them topics stood out to you?
All of them.
Right.
All of them.
I really want to hear what you have to say.
All of them. I've just been boiling. You hear me? I've just been boiling. I've just been boiling. Look, what's his name? Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
It's his second time. Hold on now. He's been accused for the same thing that he's doing now. Second time.
Oh yeah.
So
I didn't know about the first time. Tell me more.
What? That's why Jordan Sparks done left him alone. No air.
Oh my God, I had no
idea.
See, that had to be like when I was young and like just did not care about that kind of thing.
Sorry.
Like, what?
Okay. You gotta do your homework, baby. Listen. So I'm gonna move on. Jimmy Butler, that's what he do. This is what he do. You know what I mean? This just he should be on P Valley the next episode. Let's go to who? Travis Kelce.
Drake. Drake can be
Oh, Drake is last. I got Drake. I got Drake because that's my boy. I told him very own. Listen, but Drake, we're gonna go to Drake. So you brought Drake. Drake just trolling, having fun. That's all it is. He's just having fun. Travis Kelce, I love the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm a Chief fan. So with him, Taylor Swift, it's something new to him because Travis Kelce likes sisters. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you go with Taylor Swift, it's like, oh my God, Travis Kelce, oh my God. So it's something new. It's something new. So that's all I'm saying on that one. That's just something.
But it was today that she is like, I don't know about her selling the Kansas City Chiefs tickets because they are
No, she ain't doing that.
That's what they're saying. That's what what was it?
StubHub, been a big deal.
StubHub and some other ticket site were saying that their ticket sales for the
they've been saying that.
And they're claiming that it's because of Taylor Swift. How accurate that is, that's to be debated.
This man a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Exactly. But
I don't need Taylor Swift.
A lot of people showed up to the game today because they played the Chiefs they had the Minnesota Vikings jerseys on, but they had on the back Swifties. And people was holding up sign. Why didn't you Swift?
But I'm telling you, if you know anything about Taylor Swift, no matter who she dates, there's always gonna be this weird obsession, this hyper focus. There's always this hyper focus on whoever she dates, and he's just the latest victim.
What about Taylor Swift's last boyfriend?
Who was her last boyfriend?
Nobody knows.
Nobody you like that. It's so hype when she's dating them. When she's with them, it's the biggest hype ever, and then they fade into obscurity. You never hear about them ever again. Even if they're really big stars, but that's not gonna happen to Travis Kelce because he's a superstar in his own right. He's famous in his own right. This is just something for, I feel for the media to focus on, some way to I guess to sell tickets to promote. It's just another way to promote. I feel it's just another ploy, at least on the NFL part.
They both don't need it. They both don't need it.
They definitely don't need any more press either of them. They're good all on their own.
So, all right, y'all, this has been a wrap. So that was our entertainment news. You got anything else for the show in, Lady T?
Yes, I wanted to touch on entertainment.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh.
I wanted to touch on Derulo. One part that I did do some research on was the young lady was saying that Derulo was trying to do some type of blood.
The blood sacrifice, the goat sacrifices. Oh yeah.
So I believe it to be true because it's a lot of that going on in the industry, and I don't really want to tap in deep into it. But
I tap it.
But he'll get it all up in it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I believe that to be true. Drake, my take on Drake, I think Drake just needs to retire after this.
What? No.
Let me say this because
you say it's a flop. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying it's a flop. I can it possibly. Drake's he's a good artist.
Retire though.
But I'm tired of 21. Can you do something for me? I'm over it. It's I feel like he at the state where he needs to do something different. Maybe be a ghostwriter or cultivate others, their gifts or whatever. Just take a break, for a minute to really write about, have some type of substance in your music. Taylor Swift, I feel the same way. With both of them,
she need to retire too?
No, I feel like they just
yeah, you're right. You were totally right, Lady T, when you said at the beginning that Mr. Snoop has to go into comedy You're missing your
We
calling.
I'm really thinking about like, we doing something with comedy with him because he's been like this his entire life. Like he,
Need this humor every week.
yeah, so maybe we could bring him on to be
Hey,
like,
I'm down.
Just to be his, do what you did today. That's what we need.
that's all we need. We need that
thing we talk about.
he'll bring the edge to the show.
Right.
That we need.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, y'all see this in the making and what all our fans out there watching. Look, right here, happening on Chicago Vibe.
Every week it's Chicago Vibe, and that's what we're doing. So we got a lot of stuff coming up. I just wanted to let the people know. Even we tapping into like the films and movies and stuff like that. We thank all the supporters for tuning in every week. We don't take it lightly. We thank all our guests who's come on the show and sat down with us and talk with us and let the world know about their lives and all that good stuff. So we thank y'all for that.
So, before we get out of here, Snoop, could you tell the people where they can find you at?
I mean, just gonna do me like that on the spot. I ain't got no platform or none of that right now. But once I get busy, I'm
social media.
I'm put it out there.
But for now, hopefully they can find them on this Chicago Vibe. You always
There we go.
Yeah, if y'all connect with me, I'll hook y'all up to him.
Period.
And if y'all need to book him, I am his manager. He's gonna do comedy, and he's a dope artist too. He just got to put content out. So,
what's up? All right, Lady T, it's on you. Words of
affirmation today. I'm always gonna say put God first. Love yourself and love others. One thing I will say is to stay focused, be determined, never give up. Giving up is not an option. Go for whatever it is that God put in you to do. Faith without works is always dead. So just keep going, keep pushing, no matter what the naysayers are saying, no matter how it look, you know what I mean? You don't give up. That's the key. Just never give up, never faint, and keep it moving. I'm your girl, Lady T. Marie, signing out with It's a Chicago Vibe. Sending love to the world, and I'm sending hugs to them thugs.
DJ Mr. Success.
You know my motto: when you with Mr. Success, you always have a ball. If I can't tell the truth, it's nothing at all. Mr. Success.
Ooh, I need to make me one up.
Next week, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
Salute.
C-H-I-C-A-G-O, C-H-I-C-A, let's go, 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 C-H-I-C-A-G-O, C-H-I-C-A.